Hey guys, before we get started with today's video, I have a letter here, and I'm going to read it to you guys. It goes a little something. Well, before I get started, if you like the content on this channel, please like, share, and subscribe. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers so I can get that community tab, which would be pretty awesome. But here we go. Letter. Dear Matt Reeves, you are a sick son of a bitch. A sick man. A sycophant. Your casting decisions thus far in this new Batman, hopefully, franchise, trilogy, and whatnot, have driven me to consider doing grave things, like buying a motherfucking ticket on opening night. I love to hate you, Matt Reeves, because you're so fucking weird. Love, Carl Victor. What's going on, guys? More casting news that came out on my favorite franchise. You know which ones. I can't show these because of the new Copa thing, but you know, you kind of see it. But Copa crazy. Nobody wants a $45,000 fine, so you have to do a lot of cussing and stuff. So fuck you, people. All right. Anyway, new casting decisions made by Matt Reeves on the new Batman, hopefully trilogy, hopefully kick-ass trilogy, starring Robert Pattinson as the Bat himself, the Cape Crusader, the world's greatest detective, and now his villain has been revealed to be Colin Farrell, Bullseye from Daredevil. You didn't know I was going to take it back there, did you? Bullseye from Daredevil will be playing Penguin. Pow! I'm assuming they're going with the Russian thing. You know how Penguin is a Russian arms dealer and all that good stuff? That'll be pretty cool. But Colin Farrell is about to gain about 126 pounds for the role. Here we go. Let's talk a little bit about something about it here. This is from Yahoo Entertainment. Look at this. A Batman superfan in his own right. Right there. The fat man on Batman. Right there. And his lovely daughter, Harley Quinn. The Batman has found his Penguin. On Monday, Matt Reeves, the Batman director, confirmed that Colin Farrell will be taking on the role of Penguin opposite Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne Batman in the upcoming film. I am not going to say that I hate it because I don't hate it. I think it could be very interesting. It is an interesting way to take the character. I learned with Christopher Nolan to sometimes just trust the process. Because who would have thunk Heath Ledger would make a great Joker? Who would have thunk he would become the iconic Joker? Who would have thought that 5'4" Tom Hardy would make a great Bane? I didn't think so. I thought he was too small for the role. And yet they made the guy look like he was 6 feet tall. It was fantastic. He was great in that role. And so was Heath Ledger. So when it comes to certain casting decisions that are outside of the box, I go to my trust Nolan thing, even though this isn't Nolan, this is Matt Reeves. But I just say, let's just trust it until I see it. When I heard that Robert Pattinson was going to play Batman, my first initial impression, my first thought in my head was, oh my God, the guy from Twilight. Oh, but then I remembered, he's also the guy from Harry Potter. So, you know, the guy's, I don't know. I didn't like him in Twilight because Twilight sucked, but he's a really cool character in Harry Potter. He played that role really, really well. That And I thought, you know what? If he could fill out, he could make a good Batman. But I think he's going to make a great Bruce Wayne, too. So I'm very interested in seeing where this is going. And then when you do something so unconventional as to hire Colin Farrell to play Penguin. And apparently there was this whole thing with Jonah Hill where they were trying to get Jonah Hill to play it, and Jonah Hill was like, fuck you, typecast. Or give me a shit ton of money and I'll do it. And eventually that fell out of that didn't go anywhere. And I'm kind of glad that it did, because this Colin Farrell news is going to be interesting. The guy puts a lot into the roles that he plays. And Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Him, he was great in that movie. I really enjoyed his character in that movie. He turned out to be Johnny Depp at the end, but in addition to Pattinson, the cast features Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman. Questionable, just because I always feel like Catwoman needs to have a sort of sex appeal to her that Zoe Kravitz just doesn't have. But I know a lot of people do find her quite sexy, quite attractive and everything. I just don't see how she's going to play opposite Robert Pattinson. And I don't want him to have the same problem that he had in Twilight, which is that he has to act with a female who he has really no chemistry with. But to be fair, Kristen Stewart doesn't have chemistry with any living person on Earth. Maybe a tree. She has some chemistry with a tree. Maybe even a manatee. She may have chemistry with a manatee, but not with a person. Paul Dano as the Riddler. Jeffrey Wright is playing Commissioner Gordon. And Peter Sarsgaard in a mystery role. Wouldn't it be ironic if he plays a clown? Oh, wait, that's not the right guy. I'm thinking the wrong guy. Andy Serkis is also reportedly in talks to play Alfred Pennyworth. In talks? I thought they were filming already. Jeez. They need to start filming this movie. I want to see this movie. Andy Serkis as an Alfred. Again, I'm not going to hate it. I'm not going to hate anything when it comes to this. I'm keeping an open mind, because after Joker, let's look how they're casting this thing. They haven't had a bad Batman since George Clooney. Christian Bale was a great Batman. I think Ben Affleck was a good Batman. And I also believe that Robert Pattinson will be a good Batman. I think it's gonna work out. They've never had a bad Alfred. The guy who played Alfred in the original 4, I always enjoyed his performance. I always saw him as this guy, as Alfred. And then Michael Caine is Michael Caine. What the fuck? Of course. So I think Andy Serkis is gonna do. I think he's gonna be fine. I think he's gonna be fine. They've done a pretty good job with Batman with the Batman character. Now, the peripheral stuff, maybe not. The Birds of Prey thing looks like a hot garbage piece of mess. I don't like that whole way that they're going with those films. But they're saying that this Batman is going to be more in tone with Joker than with that crap. And I'm fine with that. Get that bullshit out of here. Birds of Prey, let it go do its own thing. Let it go burn its own bridges. Let it do that. I'm more interested in this. I think everybody who's a Batman fan is more interested in seeing how this Matt Reeves movie is going to play out. That's what we're interested in. And we're hoping to see that. Danny DeVito is the last actor to have played the Penguin on the big screen in Tim Burton's 1992 Batman Returns, and actor Robin Lord Taylor played the character on Fox's Gotham series Gotham. Now, they did something very interesting in that one where he was very thin, like Colin Farrell is, in the beginning because he was much younger, and then they fattened him up towards the end. I don't know if they're going to make Colin Farrell fat. I think they're going to have him maybe as a Russian arms dealer, and that they're going to play that angle on it, and he's going to be thinner, but he's just going to be known as Penguin, and he's going to have a lot of the Penguin's mannerisms and characteristics without having his physical appearance. Patterson was cast as May, as the Cape Crusader, and so that's cool. The story was submitted. He has done a lot more has been more into exercise lately. Of course, he's got to bulk up to fill that part of the Batman end of it. I like it. I like this. I want to know what you think about this, because I'm liking what I'm seeing coming out of this Matt Reeves directed Batman film, The Batman. I'm liking the way it's going. I'm liking the casting decisions. Zoe Kravitz is the only one I'm sort of iffy on, but then I'm not really iffy. I think I think she's going to pull this out and she's going to do a good job. I just hope that chemistry with Robert Pattinson is going to be there. I like everything so far that's coming out of this. Let's just say this. I'm not in love with anything, but I like everything. And so I'm really excited for this movie. I hope that you're excited for this one too. I can't wait to see the freaking trailer for this movie. Birds of Prey is coming out soon. I could not give two pieces of shit about that movie. Looks like garbage. But this one right here, this is where it's gonna be at. This is where it's gonna be at. I'm excited. Matt Reeves, Batman. I don't know if you can tell, but fuck you. I'm excited. Guys, if you are excited about Batman, leave a comment down below. If you like my content, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'm looking to try to get to 100 subscribers so I can get a community tab and get this whole thing going. Enjoy the rest of your effing day. Good night. I'm Batman.